Okay, hello everyone. So as we discussed, today we have with us, the one of our candidate. And again, we want to discuss what are the things or the steps he has taken with the kind of, the career or the mentorship. So hello and welcome Anbu. And maybe it is good like you can start with your, the introduction. You don't have to mention the name or the actual, the company where you worked. Just mention, the type of the background or the experience you have, and then why did you join this particular the training program, and what was your state when you joined? Okay, so maybe you can start with
Sure.
that.
Yes. Thanks for calling me into this session, Sandeep. And I am Anbu. And currently, I'm working as a senior business analyst in a telecom company in Chennai. And the project that I currently working on is the telecom website and mobile apps, just like Geo in India. And previously, almost I was a business analyst for last 1.5 year. And previously, I worked for healthcare domain, Australian client, and I totally had around 6 years of experience before being a business analyst. And there, I was getting, you can say, XYZ salary. And after joining or after the course that I joined as a business analyst,
Yeah.
I got around 40%. But that's not, you can say, up to the market standard or market slab. But then it's 40% for me, and I was happy that I get some recognition also with this role.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. So Anbu, like when deciding about, let's say, the training, or when we are doing, let's say, the switching one industry to the another industry, most of the time people have the knowledge, but they are not mentally, the ready, or they are, the kind of have something preconceived thoughts like, I can't do it, or maybe this is not for me. So did at any point of time did you had these type of the thoughts, or maybe let's say how you overcome these type of the thought process, and then maybe you can highlight those type of the points, because most of the time when I interact with the candidate, they'll say, okay, we have 5 years or 10 years of experience, and now we are done. It is not possible for us to learn something new, and we can't go ahead again with the learning process and all those. So maybe highlight few points around those areas.
Sure, Sandeep. Firstly, these are not anything related to self-motivation kind of thing. I'm direct to the point. We should know, any aspiring BA should know why they want to be a BA,
Yeah.
and what are the skills they already have.
Yeah.
Then we need to map with the current openings and what are the skills that that profile seeks.
Mm-hmm.
So matching that, we should know what are the things we already have, and we should know the things that we need to learn.
Yeah.
So that's the step any typical aspiring BA should start. And I did the same, but then I was into a different track where I was seeking to learn more technical and all the BA stuff in depth, so that I can match with other candidates who come up with similar kind of same experience level,
Yeah.
completely into BA.
Yeah.
And that's where I met you in a free session. So that was totally different, and I felt someone I can always reach out to when I am in doubt or in need.
Yeah.
And from there, the things that I would like to highlight is that you generally used to put things simple, nothing complicated.
Yeah.
You just simply give, I can take one as an example. You simply give some Amazon website, a login website, and you will explain how to write test cases. And
Yeah.
again, you will again ask the students to do some homework, like for adding things to the cart and purchasing.
Yeah.
So these are very basic, and when doing that, we feel like we know the basics of QA.
Yeah.
And again, PO something similar, and we get to know things, the fundamentals, I can say, not into depth.
Yeah.
If we want to get expertise into anything, then it takes time.
Mm-hmm.
But all the candidates, they won't be having that much, not the time, that
Mm-hmm.
kind of endurance to go through many things and learn them, then getting a job. People won't have such a kind of endurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the main thing. And apart from that, the confidence that you give to them,
Yeah.
like you are doing good. These are the things you need to check and improve. Those are
Mm.
the things I personally liked, and it helped me a lot.
Yeah.
And even these are the main items
Yeah.
I could say for now. Maybe I'm missing some things.
Okay.
And
No, that's good. So, again, the most of the time, what we have, like, there are so many things. For example, let's say we have the online, the, the so many, the study material we have, so many training materials we have. Let's say free resources, paid resource, and all those. So, what are the top, maybe let's say 2, 3 things which you observed during the, the training, or maybe which helped you to learn the concept, or maybe as an individual, or from the technical point of view or personal point of view? So can you please highlight those 2, 3 things, like, which you found those are different, and which can be, value addition for the other candidate as well?
yes, sure. Apart from the notes and the recordings, I could say I'm not sure whether other candidates did this,
Yeah.
but I don't know whether you remember this or not. I literally asked you what are the things I should know so that
Yeah.
I can clear interview.
Yeah.
So I opened OneNote and you gave something around 30, 40 jargons or the technical terms or the basic terms
Yeah.
like market research,
Yeah.
risk assessment, all these things you gave. So from there, I went and kind of understood what it is actually, not
Yeah.
in depth again,
Yeah.
some basics. So when I attend interviews, it was very easy for me to understand the question itself.
Yeah.
For the entry level BA, again repeating that,
Yeah.
after an year, I could see many interviewers are asking again newer things.
Yeah.
Like someone was asking about guesstimation, and
Yeah.
he simply asked me how many aircrafts will be taking off in a day in Chennai airport.
Yeah.
I was literally blank. I don't know where to start, how to start.
Yeah.
Then I went there and learned the basics again.
Yeah.
So this was the highlight, I can say again, in terms of how I kind of fill the gaps
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
as a entry business analyst,
Yeah.
entry level business analyst.
Okay, that's good. So, let's talk about something, during the training, how we used to plan, or maybe about the, the content or the structure, or maybe let's say our discussion, maybe highlight some of the points related to that, and what are the areas you found, the more useful, and which help you to learn the concept, and the new things from the BA point of view.
Yes, as I'm not sure whether I mentioned this or not.
Yeah.
Before joining your training or course, I had a complete course with COEPD,
Mm-hmm.
BA training course, and it was kind of a classroom where we get to know everything in detail. And
Yeah.
it was initially I was very interested, and after that it got boring, and I was not attentive. Maybe it's my fault.
Yeah.
It won't be the same case for other BAs.
Yeah.
And after that, I joined another course where it is completely technical to understand about all the front end, back end, in-depth technical things.
Yeah.
Those things were not very much helpful, and but then I already had some basics around BA things.
Yeah.
So your training plan and the course materials, all these were not very much in depth, but it is basic. So I since I already know some of the things,
Yeah.
it was very helpful for me to ask questions
Yeah.
and get clarified, and scenario based question examples like a project, so
Yeah.
that it will be helpful for me during interviews, right? Instead of just
Mhm.
narrating something from textbook,
Yes.
then giving some example as a experienced business analyst, and that's where it was very effective in clearing interviews.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention about the resume preparation,
Yeah.
and that's the one of the key point I actually missed, where you kind of mapped my expertise and the
Yeah.
domains with BA profile.
Mm-hmm.
mocking that, and we planned and discussed how to actually explain that during the interviews. So it gave me again confidence to enter into any interview. For example, before that, whenever I go for an interview, I was like, what if they ask, what is the project you worked on? And the business analyst, as a
Yeah,
business analyst, what you did. Suddenly, I was like, I will be narrating what are the responsibilities BA will do. But
yeah,
then I don't know what I did in my project as a BA because I didn't work as a BA in there.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember, like, maybe not for the interview, this recording, but I remember, like, when you used to mention, like, this is the project, Sandeep, and you are one of the candidates who always, the behind me, because sometimes, I'm busy with a lot of other things. And then you used to say, okay, Sandeep, we can connect 12 o'clock. Then I'll say, no, connect 1 o'clock. Then again, you used to come 1 o'clock. Can you connect 1:30, Sandeep? And then I think, okay, let me finish this guy first. Otherwise, he will not leave me. Okay. So then I think, you remember, like, we discussed those projects in detail. And then you used to, you in that PDF editor and those, the notes or notes taking that software and all those, remember? And
Yes,
then used to, the taking that notes there itself. And then I think, when you were getting some of the interview call, we used to discuss, okay, how the interview is going on. So that was, the pretty much interactive. And that is the, the most of the time candidate, what they think, like, they are attending the interview, but they don't discuss, the feedback and all those, so they don't improve on that area. Okay.
yes. Particularly from then I started to take notes whenever I attend interviews.
Yeah,
If I know like I'm not answering properly, I just try to write that down
yeah,
and go prepare well for maybe in future I can expect the same question, or at least I can improve my knowledge on any of the gaps that is actually missing.
yeah. So let's, the highlight few of the things. And since, I already, they spoke few of the points, but maybe you can highlight, how during the interview, the things, maybe the candidate, they should, they take into consideration, or how anyone, they can prepare, and what are the things, they need to, the at the checklist which you learned throughout the process.
Even I can search that checklist since I still keep that to have as a note for future interviews also.
Yeah.
So generally, as I mentioned, if they are from non-IT or into a different profile in IT,
Mm-hmm.
they need to prepare to introduce themselves as a BA. That's
Yeah.
the first thing.
Yeah.
And they need to prepare in the sense they need to highlight what are the things I should tell in there. Like
Mhm.
it's just 1 or 2 minutes, right?
Yes.
Uh, we can't be explaining everything that we prepared or written down in the resume.
Yeah.
So we should know what are the things to highlight in the introduction.
Mm-hmm.
And post that, I used to mention like simply a note like you can ask me anything from my projects. I'm ready to explain that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So they will start. I'm just narrowing down to the projects,
Mm-hmm.
the interviewer actually,
Yeah.
and we know what all the types of questions we can expect.
Mm-hmm.
Like the category, first thing will be the project based, and
Mm-hmm.
then be a skill based,
Yeah.
then scenario based,
Yeah.
and finally agile and other project management related tool
Yeah.
based. Also, some interviewers may ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's how, we used to prepare. I still remember, like, I used to say, okay, introduce yourself, send me the recording,
Yes,
and
mock interviews.
mock interviews and all those. Okay, that was a good time. I think it's been more than a year, I think, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a more than a year. Okay. Okay. Now, coming to the, that's how we used to, the go through the interview process. And then you used to, the I think you received the multiple offers. So how was that journey? What are the type of the offer you receive? You don't have to mention the company name or the salary, but maybe, how you decided about, okay, this is the company we have to, the choose, or maybe how did I help you in that particular process or the moment? Maybe you can highlight few points related to that.
I got three offers the time before a year. Before a year, it
Yeah.
was one in robotic process automation, and another was some again telecom. So previously I was working in a telecom, so I thought not to go there.
Yeah.
Till now, I am searching for BFSI domain, but I couldn't get into that domain because they are expecting some level of previous experience into the same BFSI domain.
Yeah.
That's the kind of companies I still receive.
Yeah.
And finally, I chose the healthcare domain. I discussed this with you, like which
Yeah.
domain I can take so that it will have a
Mhm.
future.
Yeah.
Scope.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Anbu, like any other point you want to, the highlight or mention for, let's say, for any future candidate who is just trying to learn about the BA, or who is just, the trying to, the explore for a new industry, or anything which you highlight for the any future, the candidate, and any suggestion from the your experience or your learning point of view?
Yes, but I have already given some of the points earlier, but I'm okay to repeat that. First thing, the candidate should know why they want this job. If it
Yeah.
is just for money,
Yeah.
it's very hard to survive.
Yeah.
Because BA, it's not like basically it's not a individual job.
Yeah.
It's a team managing or collaborating job.
Mm-hmm.
So they should identify what are the main skill BA should have. Communication is the must thing BA should have. Many introverts I have seen,
Mm-hmm.
even in my company's fellow BAs,
Mm-hmm.
I could easily kind of overcome before them, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
cross them or
Yeah.
improve more than what they were doing previously. It's
Yeah.
only because of communication, how
Yeah.
we communicate, so that how we communicate and handle people, mainly the stakeholders.
Yeah.
And this like this, we you already have all these things in notes,
Yeah.
and people should understand that they should
Mm-hmm.
identify what they already have and
Mm-hmm.
prepare and learn what they should learn,
Yeah.
so that they can fill all the gaps and start to crack interviews. And
Yeah.
again, after joining, be entry level BAs or any
Mm.
level, like the with experience or without experience, if someone is joining as a BA, it's not the journey is starting there. It's not that everything is done. We are
Yeah.
going to earn money.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
should learn the domain first, like any domain, the project knowledge that we should learn,
Yeah.
and apart from that, the BA skills. So
Mm.
far, we have learned.
Yeah.
Now we should quickly learn to implement that or use that, so
Mm.
that others will feel this guy already did all this skills or any things in previous organization.
Yeah.
If we are starting to do some trial and error, then managers, they are very well experienced people. They will easily catch us, and
Mm-hmm.
they will park us aside if they need.
Yeah.
Uh, that's how it goes. So continuous learning is what I would suggest any BA, aspiring BA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it is always because, let's say, I keep, the telling or the discussing with the multiple candidate, but it is good to know from, other perspective also. So now, okay, the last thing we can say, okay, what are the career scope or the opportunities you see for a kind of, the business analyst into the IT industry? And many a time, let's say, the people, they don't understand the full potential, but once you start working into that particular role, and then what are the things, the opportunities or the career growth you see for this role?
After joining as a BA, there are multiple paths that will be visible to your eyes. So we need to choose wisely which one will take you where
Mm-hmm.
and which one will suit you better. For example, you already have such kind of notes again. Business analyst as a PO, business analyst as a project manager, then business analyst plus data analyst. So these are the main items that any new BS can take. If
Mm-hmm.
they already have any technical knowledge, then they can grow as a technical consultant, like the technical BA.
Mm-hmm.
These are the path I am missing Scrum Master also, BA and the Scrum Master. So these are the paths available, and candidates should choose wisely and improve. all their knowledge and skills so that they will be successful in their career.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's good to know. Okay, and one of the point you highlighted, that BFSI domain that is still in my plate. Okay, so I think very soon, I will, because I keep receiving the multiple queries related to that. Very soon I'll start, the BFSI, the training for the candidate. So you join, and for you it is free, Anbu. Don't worry. Okay. So join that, and you will learn that VFSI, because let's say if we decided that if we have to do that domain, then definitely you have to do. That doesn't matter whether it is taking, let's say, 1 year, 2 year, or that time. If you are really interested, you have to learn that. And I think that is the
Again,
main.
it's not for money.
Yeah,
I still wonder why the requirement is like that. The job requirement is like that.
yeah,
They need a 1 year experience guy.
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I can do better than them. That's
yeah,
how my career I did so far.
yeah,
But they are putting a gate. So that's why I thought, let me give a shot,
yeah.
prove myself that I can do.
Yeah. No, we will learn it, and definitely, we will learn it. And there are, the many candidates I keep, they're receiving this request. Okay, Sandeep, can we prepare this? Can we prepare finance, the capital market, and all those? Yes, there are things. I mean, you have to prepare, but it is not that difficult also, right? That's what I have seen. I keep telling the candidate every time. Okay. Any other final thought you have? Any suggestion? Any improvements or anything for me for candidate? And
Yes,
yeah.
please create a forum or community, not just for the current student, but for the existing students somewhere, somehow, like if we could collaborate, like this is what happened, or they inform, hey, Anbu, we were fellow students
Yeah.
under Sandeep before a couple of years. Now
Yeah.
I got promoted as a program manager, something. So we will be congratulating them, or
Uh,
we will be getting advice from them. We need some forum or a group so that we can collaborate.
yeah. Okay,
That's
that's
the
good. Yeah.
main
So
thing.
let me start something, like alumni association. Yeah. Yeah. And why not? Because and that's a good idea, because if you see, Anbu, I can connect you, maybe if not, not more than, the people, maybe at least still, the 15, 20 people across the globe you will find. And those people, they still, either they change the roles, or they kind of got the another opportunity, they went to another country or like that. And then we have other candidate also, for example, they are working from India, and there are, the multiple candidates for that role. And it is good because let's say somebody can refer into the another organization, or maybe share some best practices, share some
Exactly.
and all those things. Okay, that I will take as a note, and then as a to do, and definitely I will, the see. And yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay, then thank you so much. I will not take much of your time, and let me know. I'm always there. Okay, just ping me whatever help or anything I can help you.